This is making for you.
I'm particularly picky.
Is the owner of Spears TV, a South Pasadena electronics store that's been operating in the neighborhood for over 60 years. But ever since a massive Best Buy moved in, just minutes away from his tiny shop, he's been finding it impossible to keep up with their aggressive pricing.
Their sales are ridiculous. I mean, there's no way that I can compete.
And if it keeps up, Spears TV is at risk of going extinct. So I paid Alan a visit with an ambitious solution to undercut his biggest competitor. Are you familiar with the Best Buy price match policy?
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it's bad for a small business.
One of the main reasons Alan has such a hard time competing with Best Buy is because of their aggressive price match policy, which guarantees they will match the price of any local competitor, preventing stores like Spears from underselling them. But if Alan dropped his prices so low to make his TVs virtually free, according to Best Buy's own policy, they would have to match that price too, giving Alan a short window of time where he could buy up all their inventory for $1 and then resell those TVs
and put them back up there. That's fucking genius, though.
Huge profit. The plan? Use Best Buy's price match policy against them to get Spears an endless supply of $1 TVs.
This is freezing.
What's in the policy, though?
It's a great idea.
It might take a little bit of work and time to do.
Okay.
Do you have a lot going on right now?
No, honestly don't. No.
So you don't have commitments at home or anything right now? Relationship stuff?
I'm not in a relationship, no.
I'm not in a relationship either, so
Yeah, same.
we can both work on this, full time.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
After a bit more discussion, Alan was on board to move forward with dropping the price on one of his premium Samsung HD TV models to just $1 a piece. But once the new discounted price went into effect, people would be flocking to Spears to get the deal. So to help dissuade these bargain hunters from buying up all of Alan's dollar TVs, I implemented a strict dress code requiring customers to wear formal attire just to enter the store. I then had all the dollar TVs moved to an area at the back of the store and had a new wall constructed to surround this area that could only be entered through a tiny 2-foot tall door.
How are you gonna get in there?
Finally, in between the door and the TVs, I added a live alligator, which would hopefully force customers who made it this far to reconsider their decision to take advantage of the great offer. With our preventative measures in place, I could now prepare to get Alan his TVs. According to Best Buy's policy, price matches are restricted to one item per customer. So to maximize the number of TVs I could get Alan, I put an ad on Craigslist to recruit a team of people to help make the purchases.
Do you like buying things?
And later that week, I met with those who responded to see if they were right for the task. So this job involves buying things.
Okay.
Are you good at buying things?
I would say so. Like, what do you mean by buying things?
Like going into a store and buying something.
Yeah.
Alright, great.
He's bad at buying things.
Qualified for the job. So after printing out some flyers and distributing them throughout the neighborhood, it was finally time for Alan to offer his $1 prices to the world. On the morning of the big promotion, the deal vultures were already circling out front, and that meant we had to move quick. So I met my team of buyers out back and gave them each the $1 they'd need to buy the TVs, and then sent them off in a van to Best Buy. Meanwhile, I hung back at Spears to help Alan ensure that his inventory remained untouched.
Best Buy's gonna be like, no.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're just gonna say no.
And once Alan unlocked the front door, we were officially open for business.
Whoa, here's peeking up in there.
We're here to for the TV deals.
Just so you guys know, we do have a strict dress code, as you can see on the wall. So,
Why is it so small?
There's no advertising about the dress code.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, it's right in the front of our store, but for everyone to see. This is the front.
It's look front up there, but that's we were waiting in the front of this one.
I knew some people might be a bit frustrated, so I offered up a list of tuxedo rental stores in the area to show them that Spears did value their business. Honestly, you seem like very nice people, and I'd love to let you in, but
Help everybody else's business out.
doing so would be unfair to the customers that chose to dress. See if I would have any better luck myself. I actually have a price match for this to get it for $1. Why not?
They're not a local competitor.
They are. They're within 25 miles.
There's no way anybody's gonna price match that TV no matter what company you go to.
Even with my confidence and negotiation skills, I was denied.
They will put every
Yeah,
excuse.
bro.
And if you don't do it by the time I get to 3, I'm gonna leave, okay? 1,
What?
2,
Where's the policy?
3. I couldn't believe it. How could Best Buy, one of my favorite companies, turn their backs on the very policy that drew me in as a customer? It was a classic bait and switch. But the one thing I knew is that when big corporations try to mess with regular people like us, we don't have to take it lying down. So the next day, I returned to Alan's store with a slight adjustment to our plan. I'm just so sick and tired of these big companies like Best Buy and Enron.
And
thinking
Enron.
that, you know, rules
Best Buy
don't
and
apply.
Enron move.
Yeah.
They can just push around the little guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
As far as I'm concerned, you're entitled to those TVs.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to file a class action lawsuit
Oh my god.
against Best Buy on your
The
behalf.
class action lawsuits.
In a way, it's kind of nerve-wracking, you
Yeah,
know?
what now?
Like going up against a big company.
And how's that going to work? What is the process?
You know, I don't know what it will entail at this point, but we'll figure it out together. You know what I mean? We both aren't in relationships. You know,
but
in the love life.
that's true. But,
So you have time to do this?
well, I mean, this is my basically only way of making money. So I wouldn't want to do anything to jeopardize that.
After telling Alan I was going to sue Best Buy, he was immediately concerned.
They got bigger lawyers, better lawyers probably, more money.
Alan was worried that Best Buy would retaliate and have their lawyers come after him. So you were a bit worried.
Yeah, not bit a lot.
I was torn. I couldn't live with myself if Alan ended up broke and homeless because of my actions. But according to my research, suing was the only way I could get him the TVs he was rightfully owed. But that's when I came across a surefire way to legally protect him from Best Buy. A diagnosis of insanity. If Alan were diagnosed as clinically insane, Best Buy wouldn't be able to come after him for anything.
Why?
But to do this
Why?
would take some maneuvering. So without telling Alan I was moving forward with the lawsuit, I booked him an evaluation with LA-based clinical psychologist Dr. Judy Rosenberg. I told Alan it was just a routine checkup for insurance purposes for the show, but I came prepared with a plan that would hopefully get me the diagnosis I needed. So, I'm very concerned about my friend Alan.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he maybe has some sort of psychological issue
Okay.
happening.
What do
He's
you
gotta
notice?
come in here and tell you
He
about
believes he's the manager
Oh my
of an
God.
electronics
some
store.
stuff.
Okay.
He's been working there for the past 15 years.
Okay, so this is a delusion that he's having.
I mean, as you'll see, he has quite the imagination.
It's very grander.
Alright, you ready?
Let's go.
Okay, it'll be easy. Just be yourself.
Okay.
It'll be.
Just talk about what you do.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so tell
And
me
keep
a
it at
little
that.
bit about yourself.
Well, I work at Spears TV. I've been there for, I would say, 15, 16 years. And
And are you still working there?
yes, I am.
You are. You like it?
That's fucked
I
up.
love it.
You love it. Okay.
He's gonna say it with so much passion too.
Ask about the alligator.
Okay. I did. No? Go ahead.
Well, we did this thing where, we put an alligator inside a small door, a small room, basically with a small door,
Mm-hmm.
and we would have customers coming
Yeah, this is
in
gonna make
to
it
get a
sound
$1
great.
Yeah.
TV, basically. So,
Okay.
and the only thing they had to do was go have basically a dress code. We had a dress code.
Okay.
So you have to be dressed nicely,
right.
maybe a suit, tie, nice shoes.
Wow. That is so interesting.
It's an interesting idea, and
It is an interesting idea.
Yeah.
After Dr. Rosenberg was done with her evaluation, I excused Alan from the room so I could get her report. What did you get from him? What sense?
He's not rooted in reality. You and I could sit here and go, wow, what a story. Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, read the writing on the wall. Alligators, little doors.
Is this insanity
This is
we're
so
witnessing, or
I'm seeing psychosis. And I'm
Psychosis.
seeing delusional thinking.
is there any way you could put that in writing for me? Going, I discovered that it's actually really good.
But it was still entertaining for sure. I see where they were going with it, with the premise on there. We only got one this time. Opportunity to do. I thought it was a good idea. I mean, of course, as we always do on this show, we take it one step there, and then we just escalate it after that all the way to there's no end. And I thought it was funny and entertaining, but just didn't quite hit like it was supposed to hit on there. And I don't know what it was, but you know, it still made out to be a really good show. And he had some good takes. That's it.
Okay, Jesus. I think it's a good opening for season 3. It was a lot less cringe than some of the other stuff is, and like I'm sure the more popular episodes are the more cringy ones. But I personally appreciate the fact that I wasn't like dying of secondhand embarrassment in this one. And I did think like the extent that Nathan went through to make it difficult for somebody to get the $1 TVs, I thought was exceptionally hilarious. I mean, the alligator, the small door, all of that was really funny. And I thought it was a sweet moment at the end that he hooked up the guy with a potential date, seeing as he's single. So all in all, a good opening. But I'm excited to see, now that it's voted back into rotation, where season 3 goes.
All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk Reaction for Nathan For You, Season 3, Episode 1. And until next time, peace.